research, people and products that are in the news or that are coming through the pipeline, as you might say. You could use stories like this just to talk about who, what, where, when, why, and how. Get your students talking about subjects they might not know very well or you don't know very well. And for anybody who has never seen the magazine, again, maybe somebody internationally, what we do is we present the text at a slightly simplified level.
It's 14:30.
Sorry? Okay. And okay. And the difficult words are underlined and translated into German and have the pronunciation, the phonetics for the pronunciation, so that the reader, and in other cases possibly the teacher, has a cheat sheet, knows the most difficult words right off the bat. And this saves you, maybe as the teacher, of not knowing the vocabulary of that subject, which you can come up with it quite easily from this page. And again, you could cut out some of the paragraphs or the sentences, do a gap fill, any kind of those ways that you can manipulate a text. Once you have F, I mean, it's what happens when you turn on a hose and you feel it, push back in your hand. It's even the principle behind, say, a rocket taking off, that the force down is causing the force up. But I'm sure your students will have lots more examples of that once you kind of give them a little help. But that's not the solution to this sentence today. The solution here is for every vision, there's an equal and opposite revision. And here is where business and technology meet. Because in the upper corner offices of the building, maybe revisions are being created, but it's maybe in the lowly engineering quarters that the revisions are being carried out. Okay. Now these two jokes came from the last laugh. That's the final page of this month's this issue of Business Spotlight. And the last page of a magazine is as good a place as any to start, because lots of you probably pick up a magazine and start from the back, about areas that I don't know very much about. And that's where your jobs and my job as a writer and editor are really kind of the same, because we come up with an idea for a topic in the magazine, for a magazine article. We think it would be interesting, or more importantly, we think our readers will find it interesting. So what do? We go out and research. I go out and talk to the experts. I find the information on the internet. If I'm lucky, I can go to a conference. You've got your students right in the classroom as your experts to be helping you out with the material. And maybe you'll be looking at the products, visit the facilities in advance. It really doesn't take you very long to become a mini expert, to acquire some of the vocabulary that you need, and to understand the trends, what's going on in the industry, what people are talking about, what they find interesting and what they find useful in the industry. And I find out enough about it to come up with an article. And this could be your chance also to go from collecting information to also authoring. Because